Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I'm Summer Avalon, and tonight's going to be a great night. Got some healings. We'll be using the healing pulse. We'll be using a variation of what's called the emotion code. And then we'll probably be doing some other things too that you don't really find anywhere else. We'll probably do some focusing on positive emotions. We will do some aura strengthening towards the end of the night. And I think tonight we'll pull a few oracle cards at the end of the night and see if we can get some themes for 2023 for you, if that interests you. And if it doesn't, I hope you show up next week. But for those who are interested in that, we will do that at the very end after the aura strengthening. But it's been a really nice few days. Total heat wave, warmth. So I was going to dress up the little dogs in their Christmas PJs, but I decided not to. But I've got Duncan, who is actually wearing Dexter's hat. So Dexter, when it's really cold, Dexter lets me put this on him, and he wears it. And Duncan has felt totally left out because Duncan has quite a bit of hair compared to Dexter, and we were 30 below zero with wind chill on some days. So I'm really shocked because in the past, when I put this on Duncan, he chews on the little tassels. But I think he felt so left out that he's just letting it stay on him, which is just sort of hilarious. So I think the pink clashes just a tiny bit with his little ginger hairs, but he sure is cute, isn't he? So, yeah, and Dexter didn't even mind that he's wearing his hat because he can go outside and not really freeze his head. So, pretty funny, huh? And Duncan, I'm just shocked that he's left it on. Hi, you crazy little dog. Okay, you can go back to sleep. So, pretty funny. So, but other than that, it's been really nice and quiet and warm, and the dogs and Rudy the cat are not crazy, stir crazy, because they can't get out because it's so cold. Yeah, that nasty wind was just awful. So, yes. So let's see who's here tonight. So we got Leslie, wonderful. Oh, and there's Anne Marie. Very cool, Anne Marie. Yes, I'm getting more and more into that. Welcome, Sissy. Yes, you are on the right night. So, yes, good to see everyone. So, in a couple minutes, we will start the night with a healing pulse, and then we will move on from there. Let me grab my book. I am not sure what show we're on. Let's see. My little papers. So, today, which I can't believe is December 29th. I think this is like my parents' anniversary. It's not something us kids really ever celebrated, but yeah, this is like their 59th or 60th wedding anniversary. Some sort of crazy high number. So today is show number 128. That's sort of a crazy high number too, huh? 128, December 29. So, yes. So, in about a moment, we will be doing our first healing pulse. If my computer behaves. Yes, Sissy, exactly right. Oh, and there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. All right, so Sissy is going to be first on the list with procrastination. And since it's 10 after, let's start with our first healing pulse. So with this, if you are new or haven't been here in a while, the healing pulse goes where you direct the energy to go to. And so if it's somewhere physical, if you've got problems with a knee or some type of discomfort, that's where you'll want to direct the energy. But if it's something emotional, think about where you feel the energy of that emotion or the energy of that anxiety. So rub your hands together until they are warm, and then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then here's the most important part. Be open and allowing of the energy to flow. Just breathe that energy in. With each breath in, allowing the healing to go a little deeper, a little further. With each breath out, you are releasing things that don't belong or you're done with, or maybe they're not even yours. So that release allows more healing to happen. So just breathe in deep and breathe out. This is one of those, if you don't feel it, fake it until you do. And sometimes it might take months or years until you do. But it's so worth it when you do. So just breathe in. Breathing out. Okay. And that was our first healing pulse of the night. All right. So Anne Marie is going to work on procrastination 2. So let's put that down. I think I'm going to add myself to that list because I've been having some trouble lately. Although I keep telling myself I have this week off, but really I don't. I've got things going on, but all right. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone. All right, so I've got procrastination for Sissy, procrastination for Anne Marie. All right, so Leslie, that would be a little sad. Lack of smell. And it's COVID related. Sometimes that makes a difference. And Sissy says she's yawning a lot, which is fabulous because that means yawning releases more space and energy so that you're able to accept more healing, which is great. All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm going to see what list I'm going to use to start with. I'll put my little book over here for now. Let's see. So I think this one we're going to use for the positive. Let's see, should we use this one? No. This one? No. This one? Yes, so we're going to use the discordant energy. Should we use this? No. This? Yes. Okay. All right, so let's see. Get my little book back. All right, so starting with Sissy, let's see what comes up. Selfishness as a trapped emotion. Let's get an age for that. 16. And Sissy, this is not yours, but it was someone around you that affected you. So, male. So let's release that because that energy has stuck with you a while. So releasing and removing selfishness from Sissy. All right, so I'm getting that released. All right, Anne-Marie, you are next. So Anne-Marie is also working on procrastination. Let's see what comes up for her. Because even though both of them are working on procrastination, they both very likely have quite different underlying reasons why they have trouble getting things done. So let's see. And I'm going to add myself to the mix. I better write that down. Otherwise, I will forget. So all three of us, I bet, will have quite different results. All right, so let's see. And already, Anne-Marie, I'm using a different list for her. Anne-Marie has sabotage. Let's see what age this is from. This is from around age 19. And so when sabotage comes up, it is generally someone outside of ourselves sabotaging us. Although every once in a while it comes up self-sabotage, but I'm not getting that for Anne-Marie. So this is someone around her that was preventing her from something. So let's see. Female. So let's release that because somehow this is playing a role. Okay, so that released. All right, Leslie, she wants to work on lack of smell after COVID. And it sounds like it comes and goes. So with this, I'm getting there's multiple reasons why. And why it comes and goes. But let's see if we can at least help it so it comes and goes less frequently. Or should I say it goes less frequency. So at least more of the time she's able to smell. Okay. So, and even though this is COVID related, which is just, from the last few years, sometimes something new can be triggered or can trigger something that has been held on to from the past. Let me just get an age for Leslie. All right, so this one, not sure if this has come up before, but this one is sexual promiscuity. However, it is not Leslie's. So this was from when she was around 16 or so. So usually plus or minus a year. So this was someone around her that was sexually promiscuous, and it affected her getting male. So let's release the energy of that. You are welcome, Leslie. I'm getting that released. Okay. Now I'm going to also work on myself for the procrastination. Let's see what comes up with that. Love hearing that feedback, Leslie. Thank you. Marina, I will add you to the list for that. So an easy let's see. Easy and best way. Easy and best way that's affordable. So, sometimes those computer people can be expensive. Okay, so finishing up my procrastination. Let's see. It's really too bad. But I'm hoping they can do it. All right, so for me, let me see what comes up. So for me, for procrastination, I'm getting numbness. Let's see what age that is from for me. All right, so this was from my late 40s. So I'm going to get rid of this because I sure could use some help getting things done. Okay, so that released. So very interesting. So 3 of us worked on procrastination. So it's Sissy, she had selfishness at 16, and that was not hers. And then Anne-Marie had sabotage around 19. That was someone else's. And me, I had numbness, late 40s, and that was entirely mine. So very interesting how different things can cause the same thing, but that is where we were all unique. All right, Marina, let's see about you accessing a good qualified computer repair guy that makes it easy and does things in the best way and is affordable. Yes, it's very interesting seeing the differences for the same thing even. So, and you've seen some of these that affect you are not yours, but they're from someone who is close enough to you that the energies affected you and stuck with you. So that's pretty important. So very interesting. All right, so let's see, Marina, what list I'm going to use for you. So it's the word negativity. Let's see what age this is from for Marina. Yes, very fascinating. I agree with that, Leslie. And so this was from a time when you were about 18, Marina. So somewhere 17, 18, 19. So let's get rid of this. So with this, so somehow this is connected to your belief about a repairman for your computer. So what if you changed your belief that you could find a qualified, affordable, very knowledgeable repair guy that did a fabulous job? What would happen if that was your expectation versus you'll probably get someone who does a horrible job? Oh, wonderful. I appreciate that feedback. Love hearing when things work out. So let's see what time it is. 7:26 here. So we're going to do another healing pulse in about 4 or 5 minutes. Anne Marie, I do get a yes to your comment there. So let's see. What else? I think we're going to do another layer of this. So that means we're going to do 3 layers for people of procrastination. And then we're going to do Marina and her computer, and then Leslie, and we're going to work on her lack of smell. Because especially pulling a couple things, even with the most basic tools, sometimes it can really make a difference. So sometimes there is more complicated tools that need to be used, but a lot can be done just using simple trapped emotions. So we're going to do what we can on this Thursday night. Otherwise, if you're curious about what other tools are typically used in a session, that would be something that either you have an email session or a private session through Zoom. So let's see. We're going to go back to Sissy. See what comes up. Let's switch lists. All right, so let's see. All right, so Sissy got apathy. Let me get an age for that. "17." So let's see. Was this Sissy's energy and emotion? I'm getting yes. And so let's go ahead and release that. So that did release. Next, we're going to work on Anne Marie. Spiritual suicide, Anne Marie. I'm getting this is yours. Let's see what age this matches up with for you. Around age 29. So let's get rid of this really old energy that makes life harder. So releasing and removing spiritual suicide, that hopefully will open you up for a bigger connection to source. Okay, I'm getting that released. All right, Leslie, let's see. So, Leslie, you got the trapped emotion procrastination. Now, isn't that funny? That somehow that is playing a role in your lack of smell. Um, and that three of us are working on procrastination. So maybe the universe wants you to work on procrastination too. Let me see what age this was. I find that sort of hilarious. Okay. Around age 38, Leslie. Yes, isn't that funny? But you know something else really funny? This actually wasn't yours. It was someone around you when you were about 38, female. So their procrastination affected you and you have that as a trapped emotion. So very interesting. But this is where I say sometimes the underlying reason is not obvious, the connection to what you're working on. Because Leslie wasn't working on procrastination, she was working on her lack of smell. And somehow there's a connection, but it's not an obvious one. So let's get rid of procrastination. Yes, isn't that an unusual theme? But very interesting, though, right? And with this, I have been doing this long enough that if anything really weird comes up, I just trust that it's totally meant to be. All right, so next I'm going to work on my procrastination. Let's see what comes up for me. And then we'll do Marina, and then we will do our next healing pulse. So mine is hate of men, which I find that hilarious too. So, and I am getting this as mine. And there are times when I really disliked the opposite sex. But I can't say I've really thought about hating men recently. So, but this tells me that, something from my past. So let's see. Let's see how old I was. Oh, I was 30 years old. I know who this is. A man I almost married. Um, and definitely, he would have been such a bad choice. I would have been divorced if I had married him. So let's get rid of this because I want none of his energy affecting me today. And I've worked on him clearing things that affected me multiple times, but this just shows it's like an onion. There's many layers, and sometimes certain layers need to come up in a certain order. Okay, so this somehow has a role that has been playing out in my procrastination, and I've had it 25 or more years, which is sort of crazy. All right, Marina, you are next, and then we will do our second healing pulse. All right, and so this is Marina about being positive that she is going to find an absolute amazing computer repair guy. Oh, very interesting, Leslie. Wow. So that's cool that you knew that. So, okay. So let's see what Marina gets. So, Marina, you got indignation without true cause. I don't know if that's come up for people before. Very interesting. I'm curious if something will come to mind. So let me get an age for you. 23, Marina. So I'm going to go back and ask the ultimate question. Was this yours? And the interesting thing is, no, this was not yours, but someone close to you that this energy of the trapped emotion affected you. So someone around 20, somewhere from when you were around 23, female. So let's get rid of that, because especially this isn't even yours. So let's get rid of this. Yes, this, I don't know if that's ever come up before for anyone, because I don't use this list very often. Okay, so that released. Let's go ahead and do our second healing pulse. So I want you to rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. If you don't have anywhere specific, I would suggest sending it to your heart. And so imagine my hands on yours, and you are just breathing in that healing energy and being open and allowing. Breathe it in. With each breath in, imagine the healing going a little deeper, a little further than it went before, allowing more healing to happen, releasing things that don't belong. Open and allowing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. Let me know how you did. And I'm going to grab my sheet, and we're going to do a few of the group beliefs and see what comes up. I'm getting there's 2 that some of you have. I am no good. Thank you for that feedback, Leslie. I appreciate that. You are welcome, Marina. So I'm getting 60% of people who will watch the video currently or in the replay will have this. So we're going to get rid of that. So that released. All right, so let's see what the other one is. I can't understand. Let's see how many have this. All right. Excuse me. All right, so Anne-Marie, you had spiritual suicide around 29. And I can't remember what I said about it, but I did get it to release. All right, so we're working on group negative beliefs. So we released I am no good, and I'm working on I can't understand. So let's see how many of you have this. So I get 75%. So 3/4 of you watching the video or currently in the room have this as a negative belief. So let's get rid of this. So that released. Okay. So let's do, so we're going to do the positive emotions. And as I've done the last few weeks, if you want to give me a word that you want to have me reinforce, I will find two. I feel that myself sometimes, Leslie. My brain just doesn't comprehend the way it did when I was younger. So I need to fix that. And I am. All right. So if you would like a positive emotion reinforced or a positive outcome, put one word in the comments and I will give you two more positive words. So yes. Oh, Leslie, that's a very nice one. All right, so Leslie's going to do kindness. Let's see what additional words she's going to use. Oh, Anne Marie, that's a nice one. So Anne Marie's doing determination. All right, so let's see. All right, so Leslie, you got kindness, and then the two ones that I found for you were organize. So that's a good one. Oh no, sissy. Yes, you better go and rest and sorry about that. So Leslie got kindness, organized, and virile. So let's see, because normally the word virile is sort of a manly term. So, but I like this. So virile, having or characterized by strength and energy. So here's another one. Having strength, energy, and a strong sex drive, typically used of a man. But I do like the strength and energy, Leslie. I think that's sort of a cool thing. Strength and energy. So, and those have been reinforced. So, Anne Marie, let's see what you get. All right, so Anne Marie, you got a couple good ones too. Yes, strength and energy. I think that's fabulous, Leslie. All right, so Anne Marie, here's yours. Determination, which you chose. Then you got praised and passionate. So I'm like, that's a very unique combination. I like that. Oh, and there's Marina too. Marina's got success. So we're going to add Marina. So Marina's word is success. Wonderful, Marina. I think that's a great choice for you. Let's see what goes with. Oh, Marina, I like these ones for you. So Marina, you got success, which you chose, and then you got rewarded and precious. Wonderful. So reinforcing that. And then I'm going to add Sissy to the list just because she's sick. And just seeing if there's something that we can release for her. So I'm going to just quick do that. So Sissy, I got excluded. Yes, that's not good. So let me get an age for that. Something for her own when she was 38. So hopefully this will take the edge off of it. So releasing and removing the energies of that. So that did release. All right, so next let's do our third healing pulse. So think about where you want to receive the energy. Rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the healing energies. Imagine my hands on yours and that you are open and allowing the healing and the energy to happen. Just breathe that energy in. Open and allowing. Open and allowing. Just letting that energy flow, going exactly to where it needs to go. Okay, so that was our third healing pulse of the night. My December month has been sort of crazy slow with my Thursdays and my other group things too. So, but the good thing is, because it's slow, you guys benefit even more. So I'm thinking we'll do our aura strengthening. So here's my little commercial. So in February, it's February, let me look at my list. February 18th and 19th, I will be teaching Reiki 1 and 2. It's an online course. Really amazing things can happen. And if you want to know more about energy and energetic healing, Reiki is one of the best tools because it's sort of a gateway to other things. And because Reiki is a very, what's the word? The process is pretty set. There are a lot of guidelines, and so you are really super supported in your journey on learning Reiki. And so that's one of the best things is there's a lot of people, even people in the room currently, that have practiced Reiki. And with taking Reiki with me, the great thing about doing that is if you take 1 and 2 with me at a rate of $430, if you decide you like it and want to move on and do the Reiki master level, I give you a pretty nice discount compared to what the regular cost is. So, and then there's some other bonuses, like we do like a monthly Reiki share where we get together and heal and do mini trainings, and that's sort of a fun thing. So, so that's a little bit about upcoming training. In April or May, I will be doing a Reiki Master training. I am working on determining the date that is offered, and also through the end of January, I do have some sales going on for the holidays and the new year. And so the sales are so if you want a person and a pet session, so the person session can be in person or it can be on Zoom, and then a pet session would be through email, and we can discuss what I find afterwards. The rate is $99, or if you buy any of my 3-session packages, you will automatically get a free pet session. And then I have 2 different types of metaphysical hypnosis. One, if you've never had a hypnosis session with me, the rate is $299, and then you get a $50 discount. If you've had the initial session with me and you want to repeat it and explore other things, the rate is $199, and then there is a $50 discount. So let me know if you have any questions about that, or just I do free consultations about any of my sessions if you're not sure how things work, or if you want to know more about the different tools, because during a regular session, I use many more tools than I would on a Thursday night, because my Thursday night goal is to help as many people as possible in as short as time as possible. So, yes. So let's do the aura strengthening. So, rub your hands together. If you want to use the healing pulse energy, just imagine that you're setting that intention when you rub your hands together. If not, feel free to just use your own healing energy and then start sending that energy out to your aura. Oh, Leslie, thank you. That's very nice. And so just send that energy to your aura. The wonderful thing about a strong aura is it helps repel negativity. It is easier to be positive when much of that negativity is blocked. So, and if you have the misfortune of being around people who are extra nasty and negative, imagine that you are putting some reflectivity in your aura. So pieces of mirror, so that when people are nasty to you, or should I say if, because they not all are, that it reflects back on them. Open and allowing. Okay, So that was tonight's aura strengthening. So I hope you had a fabulous time. So now we're going to switch over to the card portion of tonight's little bonus thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing this, but for tonight at least, I will. And so I thought about doing, if you want like a theme for 2023, or if you have certain issues that you want to know more about, just, you don't have to tell me a lot. Just give me like a couple word theme, because that will help me. So almost all my cards have books, but if I know more of what you're asking about, then I could sort of pick out key things from the book that pertain to what you're asking about. So if you want to, all right, so Leslie, I'm going to put you down. And then if you want to, so I've got my Oracle decks and I've got 7 here. So type a number, pick a number 1 to 7. And we'll see what comes up. Okay. All right, so this is from a deck I've actually had for a while. This deck was a gift, and it's one of my favorite. So this is called Energy Oracle Cards. All right. All right, so Marina, I'll do a theme. And then let me know what number you want me to pull, 1 through 7. Yeah, it is. It's quite nice. So let's just see what comes up. So usually I wait for one to pop out, or when I get the urge just to stop, I'll do one that's from the top or the bottom, or like that one that's sticking out. So this card represents the 6th chakra, and it's Archangel Metatron. So now you wanted to do a theme for 2023. So let's see what your theme is. So Archangel Metatron focuses on clarity of thought and personal vision. And so I think that's a really good theme. And so if you like affirmations, here's one that goes well with that. So my 6th chakra. So here's your 6th chakra, which is your third eye. My 6th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. My personal vision guides me, and my thoughts are peaceful and clear. And so with the third eye, so if you want to envision a color, the color is typically indigo, which is sort of like that little darker bright blue. And so the third eye is devoted to insight and clear thought. It indicates much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective towards broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning. for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. Wow. Leslie, that's pretty cool. So this is the card again. And it's, so the theme for 2023, clarity of thought and personal vision. Very nice. So I'm going to just write this down. So number 40, Metatron. Okay, so Marina's next, and she wants a theme, and we're going to use deck number 1 for her. And this is a deck, I don't know if I've even talked about having it. So this is my Moonology. Because in the last year I've done more things with the moon, but lately, the last probably, like this summer, I did quite a bit more with it, but this fall, it's been a little quiet. But I had intended on doing things with the moon. All right, so let me just write this down. So Moonology for Marina, and this is going to be your theme for the year. So this particular deck, most of these decks have a number of cards like in the 40s. Ooh, one fell out. Let's see what this is. So if you're into astrology and the moon and the sky, this is the South Node. And it's the messages, don't let your past hold you back. So Marina, if you want to do a screenshot of that. And so let's see what it says that means. All right, so the South Node is a karmic point. So this relates to the past and perhaps even past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come up as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. So, how do I change that a little bit? Because this is not about a situation, this is about a time period. So you're asking about 2023. So I don't know if you currently feel like you're sort of stuck, but instead of talking about a situation or relationship, maybe it's the time. At this time, you feel stuck. And it might even be sort of a toxic thing that you are feeling. It suggests that someone, maybe even you, need to be released from some type of attachment, addiction, or something that just needs to be sorted out. So it says, one thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. All right, and so with this, because these are moon cards, there's a little sort of statement you say to the moon. I release the past. Very interesting, Marina. Don't let your past hold you back. Good. So I think continue with that thought that you are moving forward in the right direction. I like that for you. Yes, it does. All right, so that was South Node. Very interesting. Okay, so Anne Marie. Anne Marie, did you want to do the 2023 like the theme, or did you have something specific you would like this adjusted to? All right, and you've got deck number 5, which this is actually my favorite healing deck. I've had this on the show every once in a while when I draw a card for the group, and this is the prettiest card deck I have. So it's called Whispers of Healing. And so I'm going to just start shuffling for Anne Marie, and then hopefully she'll come back in. If you have just started watching, I'm pulling a few cards for people. And so if you would like me to pull a card for you, oh, there we go. Theme for Anne Marie. That's the healing deck. All right. Can't believe Duncan is still wearing his hat. Sort of crazy. He has quite a bit of hair compared to Dexter, and so he gets so upset when Dexter gets clothes put on him, because Dexter really freezes a lot. Like Dexter right now is covered up under a blanket that he burrowed under. Okay. Ooh, I'm flipped out. Let's see what this is. Huh. Looks like it's got a couple little fairies on here. And it's called Alternative. So, very pretty. So it's got a couple fairies, and one has a wand here, and there's the moon and some mushrooms. Let's see what alternative means as far as this is your theme for 2023. So this says, so the theme of the card is healing. So it says there are lots of alternatives to Western medicine. Consider taking a holistic approach to something troubling you at present. Holistic medicine takes care of the whole person rather than just the physical symptoms of an illness. This doesn't mean ignoring your doctor's advice. It's simply about addressing social, emotional, mental, and spiritual factors as well as physical ones. Your body is an autonomous miracle. It possesses the ability to heal itself. A holistic approach to health supports your body's healing process and reinforces its innate ability to repel contagion and prevent illness. Help your body heal itself and protect you from disease by learning to care for yourself in natural ways. Get plenty of fresh air. Be aware of how much time you spend indoors. Drinking a healthy amount of water. Eat a good diet. Plenty of exercise. Do something to detox your body on a regular basis. So this has got two fairies. So it does tell what the image means. So it says a fairy uses magic to repair her friend's wing. The fairy sitting on a mushroom may indicate exciting changes ahead. Mushrooms can represent your soul and the shift from dark to light. Ivy colors the ground beneath the fairies. Ivy is a symbol of the wandering soul in search for the enlightenment. Be sure of the direction of your desires so you are not trapped by your wanderings. Ivy is also used for medicinal purposes. Essential oils and herbs may hold a solution for you. So very interesting. And I know, Anne-Marie, you do a number of alternative things like Reiki. So maybe this is just encouragement to do more with that and your other interests for 2023. So very interesting. So yeah, so that's sort of cool. So anyone else, if you're interested, just put what you would like in the comments. If you want to do the 2023 theme, I think I'm going to grab a deck and see what one I'm going to use. So I'm going to do my theme. Here's my deck, the Animal Apothecary. And I chose the number 5, so I wasn't looking to see which one it was. So here is mine. Everybody's so quiet. Ooh. Okay, so here's mine. It's got a coffin. How delightful. So let's see. All right, so it's got a scorpion fly. All right, because it says here, let go, bury at the top. So this is a scorpion fly. And look here's the coffin. And then there's a shovel. Fabulous. Let's see what this means. So the scorpion fly is the first in the scene when there's a corpse. When the scorpion fly appears in your reading, it is a sign there is something outmoded that no longer serves you. When we hold on to something that has died, we cannot return the energy it once had. Instead, it takes on a different kind of life. Maggots begin to lay eggs and the bacteria take over the decomposing process, and the new life has a rancid smell. Well, isn't that just lovely? What thing or belief are you holding onto that no longer fulfills your purpose? What do you need to let go of and finally bury in the dirt? When we give a proper burial and goodbye to what no longer serves us, it allows the natural process of decomposition to happen. It is through this letting go that something unexpected and beautiful can germinate. In the burying what does not serve you, you create space for something more profound to grow. You become stronger by weeding through what is no longer contributing to your growth. Scorpion fly medicine shares that a new development is waiting to blossom, but you must first sacrifice and bury the unneeded that is taking up space. Trash the old and outdated. So if that is my theme for 2023, so I've already sort of decided my location is holding back my healing business. People are more open to what I do here than they used to be, but compared to other areas, it's pretty tough to make a living in my location. So I've already put it out there a few weeks ago. I want to go south before it gets bitter cold again with my little fur babies. So we shall see, because that will be a trip of exploration and where I want to possibly live at least part of the year. Yes, it's all very interesting. Yes, those fairies, Anne-Marie. Pretty cool. Oregon is a great place, but my sister lives in Washington in the San Juans. So, and I've got family east and west in Washington. So that's where I would most likely settle if I do the Pacific Northwest. But I really like the weather 6 months out of the year farther south. So we will see. You never know. So, on that note, yes, it's pretty easy, Marina. I mean, you have to change your tax status, but it's, you have your accountant do it and you change your driver's license. Yes, the San Juans are gorgeous. I'm just not sure if I would want to live on an island. But I would be really close to my niece and nephew who are very young, and I would love to see them on a regular basis. So we shall see. But I think at least part of the year I need to stay where I'm at, just because my parents are in their late 80s. So I need to be close at least a good share of the year right now. But yeah, we definitely would want to leave. I mean, look at this poor little dude and his hat. Little dude. So we'll see. But I hope everyone liked the cards. I don't know. Is that something that would interest you if I keep adding? Eventually, I want to do more tarot versus oracle, but the oracle can be quite unique. Yes, Anne-Marie. Happy New Year to you too. And I hope you all enjoyed your 2023 themes. Yeah, he's just so funny. Normally he would be chewing the thing off because it's got these little tassel things, but cool. Maybe that's something I'll keep adding on. So I hope everyone has a fabulous new year, and I will see you, what is it, January 2nd? Let's see. Oh, January 5th. So next Thursday. So if you have any questions about a session with me or anything else, just drop me a note. I hope you have a fabulous evening and a really happy and safe new year. Have a good night. Bye.